Folks, welcome back to Flatirons Tuning. We've got the SubaNews for you. Second full week of April. April 16th is when we're recording this. Before I start into all the good news about the Olympus Rally, California E85 conversions, Super GT Round 1, all that good stuff, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the hype button. That helps us out a ton. Okay, let's get into it. First, Olympus Rally. As we're recording this today on the 16th, it starts tomorrow, the 17th. So we've got Jari-Matti Latvala is competing in GR86 rally car with Seth Quintero. Brendan Semenuk is going to be there. He's running a 2020 Ford Fiesta R2. The Flatirons Tuning Rally Team is going to be there as well. Lots and lots of people. It's a field of about 100 cars. And here's the most exciting part. Just saw that Olympus Rally is going to be live streaming the event on YouTube. So you can head over to the Olympus Rally YouTube page and live stream it starting tomorrow. I've not seen them do this before, but very excited to see whatever is there. We're going to try and stay on top of it as much as we can. Bring you all the good news. If you want to stay on top of everything that's happening as it's going on, check that out. And then also ARA is going to have their live timing as well. So you can just kind of see the stage results as they come in. So very exciting news there. Now, got some small, just real quick stories for you. The first one, I mentioned a few weeks ago that there is California legislation to basically allow people to convert to E85, even though there is not CARB approval for it yet. That is the Access to Affordable Gas Act, AB-2046. That was passed unanimously through the Transportation Committee and is now in the Appropriations Committee. I just want to let you know that it's moving on and passed unanimously. Figure that's a good start. Really curious and hopeful that this actually goes through, and we'll see what happens with it. So good news there. The next thing is there were some questions about the WRX being discontinued, citing emissions and noise regulations that it was not going to meet in Japan. We had mentioned that, well, it was going to be replaced by the STI, the STI Sport Sharp that they debuted at the Tokyo Auto Show. I think that's right. Well, here's the interesting wrinkle. That STI that they're replacing the WRX with, that is a manual transmission, they're only making 600 of them. And in fact, they're basically doing a lottery for people to get the opportunity to purchase one of these 600 STIs, I guess, for 2026, and that's it. So kind of disappointing, I guess, that there's going to be such limited production. It's great that they're doing it, that they've brought the manual transmission back to Japan. But yeah, just 600 units. So I don't know, it's a little bit of a surprise. The other small piece of news that's interesting is the Nurburgring Challenge for 2026 is going to happen next month in May. Subaru, we know that they're going to compete in the WRX S4. They've revealed the car, and some information is coming out about the car that is kind of interesting, which is first that it's running an FA24 engine, which is not that surprising, but it's going to be making 395 horsepower and 435 foot-pounds of torque. So they're definitely turning up the wick. Again, this is the Nürburgring 24-hour race. So this is an endurance race. And once again, that the fact that they're running that engine at that power level for a 24-hour race, an endurance race, I think that's really encouraging. Kind of falls in parallel with the specs that we're hearing out of the Super Taiku car. And again, just goes to the reliability that they're seeing of the FA24 power plant at that power level. Hopefully that, again, is just kind of furthering the possibility that if and when they release the STI again here in the US, 400 horsepower is probably going to be very, very realistic. I mean, if you can run that engine in full race trim, you know, at almost 400 horsepower, it should be okay for us, you know, whatever we do, you know, going to work, grocery store, up in the mountains, you name it, we should be good to go. On the last footnote, that's again worth mentioning about the Nürburgring challenge is that there was discussion in one of the launch control videos that Scott Speed might be one of the drivers for that Nürburgring WRX this year. So keep an eye out for that. All right, now we're going to start a new segment. We're going to call it a warehouse check-in or a warehouse report. So we're going to throw it to Morgan. Morgan, how's it going back in the warehouse?
86 orders, 4 shy from what we were hoping. Roger Clark.
All right, thanks for that, Morgan. Good stuff. Keep up the good work. This Friday, April 17th, is also the first Gridlife event of the season. Gridlife South Carolina. Dewey's going to be out there, and they're going to be live streaming, I think, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, almost all day. Gridlife does a really great job about giving you guys access to the event. If you can't be there, you can live stream it on YouTube, see everything that's going on. If you're excited about that, let us know in the comments. Be sure to check it out. Man, it is a big motorsports weekend for Subaru this weekend. Last piece of information for you, or last thing we wanted to talk about, is the first round of the Super GT series for 2026, which was at Okayama. Beersy was there. It got knocked out in the first round of qualifying, and they did finish, but they finished 17th, so fairly far down the order. From what we could see from some of the post-race interviews, they were having handling issues with the car. And Nigel and Carter actually sat down and watched some of the footage very carefully. And You can see in some of the corners where there's bumps, what's happening, or what we were seeing with the BRZ, is that the rear was bouncing where the front wasn't. So it seems like maybe there's a setup issue. Maybe with this new 6-cylinder engine, they haven't properly compensated for the extra weight on the nose of the car, something along those lines. Now, the winner of the GT300 class for round one was an Aston Martin Vantage GT3 car. The second place car was a GR86, a Toyota, that was running a Toyota V8 engine. So we know that the GR86 chassis is capable, and obviously the GR86, the Hyperwater GR86, finished second. So there's possibility there, but it sounds like maybe the Subaru team with this new engine, they're struggling with the setup compared to what some of these other GR86s that have already been running this Toyota V8 for a few years, maybe what they've figured out. We'll just have to stay tuned. Everything that we saw was that they were happy with the engine, happy with the performance. But again, the setup, the handling just wasn't quite there. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to compile as much of the YouTube videos and the footage and stuff of the race, like qualifying the race, the highlights, all that stuff, and put it together on one of our blog pages. So check out the link in the bio. That will be there together. So if you want to see how the qualifying went, all that sort of stuff, it will be on one of our blog pages, and I'll do that going forward for all of the events, because Subaru is actually doing a really good job with live streaming everything going on with the Super GT. So you can see in-car footage, in the pits, all that sort of stuff. Really neat stuff to watch. Just make sure you got Google Translate turn on. So that is it. That is your Suba News for April 16th today. Check out the Olympus Rally. Really excited to see how that goes. Fingers crossed we get a good result for the Flatirons Rally Team as well. And until next time, stay tuned with Flatirons Tuning.